What if I told you your cats, but hold secrets about their health, mood, and even how much they trust you? In this video, we're revealing 8 weird but important things your cat's rear end is trying to tell you. Most cat owners miss these signs, and that could lead to serious health problems. Number 8. Cats identify each other through but sniffing. While it's common knowledge that dogs engage in but sniffing as a form of communication, what many people don't realize is that cats also use their butts for similar reasons. But why? And what does it mean for a cat to present their rear to another? The answer lies in pheromones, a critical form of chemical communication that cats rely on to understand the world around them. Each cat has its own unique scent produced by special glands located throughout their body, with a particular concentration of them near their rear. These chemical signals, known as pheromones, are essential for identifying other cats. In many ways, you can think of pheromones as a cat's business card or name tag. Just as humans use names to identify one another, cats use pheromones to share vital information such as their territorial boundaries, emotional state, health status, and even their sexual availability. The chemical signatures in the pheromones can even indicate whether a cat is feeling stressed or comfortable, which helps other cats gauge the overall mood and well-being of the individual they are encountering. The cat's butt is an important pheromone-producing region. Inside their rear, cats have specialized anal glands that secrete these powerful scents. In a way, a cat's rear end is like a scent factory, constantly producing chemical signals that tell other cats who they are, how they're feeling, and what they're up to. When cats encounter one another, the simplest way to exchange this essential information is for one cat to present their rear to the other. This isn't an act of dominance or aggression, but rather a way to say hello and gather important information about the other cat's identity. When cats greet each other in this way, they are essentially conducting a scent exchange. Think of it as their version of a handshake or a friendly introduction. This behavior is common among familiar cats who want to get to know each other better or confirm each other's identity. This behavior is also seen in kittens as they learn to communicate with each other and with their mother. Kittens will instinctively engage in but sniffing to explore their social environment and learn how to navigate relationships. For cats living in multi-cat households or feral colonies, but sniffing serves as an important social tool for maintaining order, establishing trust, and ensuring that everyone knows their place. Interestingly, cats will even engage in but sniffing with humans, though it may not be immediately obvious. When your cat greets you by presenting their rear or nudging you with their backside, it's likely a friendly gesture, a way to bond, and a sign that they feel comfortable with you. While this behavior might seem strange from a human perspective, it's part of the natural language of cats. They rely on scent as a primary means of communication, far more than humans do. So next time your cat turns around and presents their behind to you, don't be too quick to judge. In their world, it's a sign of trust, affection, and friendship. Number 7. A cat's butt has scent glands. Smell is incredibly important in the life of a cat. In fact, it's one of their primary ways of understanding the world around them. Cats use their sense of smell to navigate new spaces, interact with other animals and humans, and even to establish and communicate their territorial boundaries. With over 200 million scent receptors in their noses, cats have an exceptionally acute sense of smell, far superior to humans, who only have around 5 million scent receptors. This means that for cats, scent isn't just an incidental part of their experience. It's central to how they perceive their environment and interact with it. Now, as we've mentioned before, cats communicate a great deal through scent. One of the main ways they do this is by marking their territory. By releasing chemical signals, also known as pheromones, into their surroundings, they inform other cats of their presence and claim ownership of certain areas. These pheromones act as a chemical signature, carrying crucial information about the cat's emotional state, health, social standing, and even their sexual availability. It's like leaving a trail of invisible messages in the air, letting other cats know who they are and what they're about. So, where exactly do these pheromones come from? It turns out that cats have scent glands all over their bodies. These specialized glands are responsible for secreting pheromones and marking their environment. While these glands are found on various parts of the body, including the paws, face, and around the head, the butt area is one of the most important regions when it comes to pheromone production. The anal glands, located near the anus, are a key source of these powerful chemicals. As a result, you'll often notice your cat engaging in butt-rubbing behaviors, like dragging their rear against furniture, walls, or even your leg. While this might seem a bit strange, and perhaps even a little gross, to us, it's an important communication method for cats. When a cat rubs their butt on something, they are leaving their scent behind as a way to mark that object or person as theirs. It's essentially a form of claiming ownership, and this behavior is particularly common when cats are trying to mark territory or establish social bonds. If you've ever found your cat rubbing their butt on your favorite chair or even on your lap, they're likely claiming that space as part of their personal territory, or perhaps even expressing their affection for you. So the next time your cat backs up to you or rubs their butt on your couch, don't be too alarmed. They're not being rude or inappropriate. They're simply doing what comes naturally to them in order to express their territoriality or show affection. Number 6. Cats farm bacteria in their butts. You might be surprised to learn that cats intentionally farm bacteria in their butts. Yes, you read that right. It turns out that cats have a fascinating relationship with the microbes living in their anal region, which helps them produce the pheromone spray they use to communicate. While cats have their own naturally produced pheromones, a significant portion of the chemical cocktail they release is actually created by bacteria that reside in their anal sacs. To fully grasp this phenomenon, we need to take a closer look at the anatomy of a cat's butt. Cats have specialized anal sacs located just inside the anus. These sacs are the production centers for the pheromone spray that cats use to mark their territory, communicate with other cats, and even to signal their emotional state. When a cat needs to spread their scent, the pheromone fluid stored in the anal sacs is released through small ducts into the surrounding environment. This secretion can appear as a small amount of fluid, and while it serves an important purpose in the cat's communication system, it definitely does not smell pleasant to humans. It's often described as pungent and musky. Researchers at the University of California, Davis took a keen interest in understanding how exactly this secretion was produced. They discovered something remarkable. It turns out that the bacteria residing in the anal sacs play a significant role in producing the chemicals that make up the cat's pheromone spray. This relationship between the bacteria and the anal sacs is actually mutually beneficial. The bacteria get a comfortable home in the anal sacs, while the cat benefits by outsourcing a portion of its pheromone production to the microbes. The microbes within the anal sacs assist in breaking down compounds and creating the specific pheromonal signature that is unique to each cat. In this way, the bacteria are like little helpers, doing the heavy lifting of creating the complex scent that serves as a signature of the cat's identity and other key information, such as their health, emotional state, or territorial claim. It's a surprising yet intricate symbiotic system where bacteria are involved in an important biological process that helps cats communicate with one another. Without this partnership, cats would not be able to spread their pheromone signatures as effectively, leaving them at a disadvantage when it comes to marking territory or expressing dominance. So, when you see your cat engaging in behaviors like butt rubbing or scooting, it's all part of their pheromone distribution process, a process that is actually enhanced by the bacteria thriving in their anal sacs. These little critters might not be visible to the naked eye, but they are doing some very important work in helping cats communicate in the world of scent. In essence, cats have turned their butts into miniature bacteriological factories that help them efficiently communicate with the world around them, making their scent-marking behaviors even more effective. Number 5. A cat's butt is sensitive. When you think about sensitive areas of a cat's body, you might first think of their paws or ears, but one of the most sensitive spots is actually their rear end. Just like humans, cats have a very sensitive, but due to the concentration of sensory nerve endings in the anal region. These nerve endings play a vital role in how cats experience discomfort, pain, and pleasure. The heightened sensitivity is important for cats because it helps them stay alert to any issues, such as irritation or injury, in that area. If a cat experiences any discomfort or injury in this region, it can be incredibly painful and distressing for them. This makes it crucial for cat owners to pay attention to the health of their cat's rear end. While cats are known for being meticulous groomers, they do need a bit of extra help at times, especially when it comes to keeping their butt clean. Cats generally groom their rear ends to maintain hygiene, but certain factors can make it more difficult for them to do so. For example, older cats may have trouble reaching certain areas due to reduced flexibility, while overweight cats or long-haired cats might struggle to properly clean themselves. If your cat is having trouble grooming their behind, you might notice behaviors like excessive licking, scooting, or signs of fecal staining around the anal area. A strong, unpleasant odor could also indicate a hygiene issue or a possible infection. If you notice any of these signs, it's important to seek veterinary care. Common issues that can affect a cat's rear end include anal gland infections, constipation, parasitic infestations, or injuries. Anal gland infections, for example, can cause swelling and discomfort and may require professional treatment. If your cat is constipated or having trouble with bowel movements, it can lead to additional discomfort, and it's essential to address the issue promptly to avoid further complications. Parasitic infections like worms can also cause itching or irritation in the anal region. Keeping an eye on your cat's bathroom habits and overall comfort is essential, as any persistent issue should be evaluated by a vet. To help maintain your cat's hygiene, you might need to assist them if they are unable to groom effectively. Gently wiping their rear with an unscented baby wipe or a cat-safe wipe can help, and trimming the fur around their behind can prevent matting and make grooming easier. Additionally, ensuring your cat's diet is well-balanced and provides enough fiber will help with regular bowel movements. If your cat struggles with their rear end hygiene, regular veterinary checkups are essential to ensure their overall health is maintained. The rear end, while often overlooked, plays an important role in your cat's comfort, communication, and health. By being mindful of the cleanliness and condition of your cat's behind, you can help them stay healthy and happy. If you notice anything unusual, or if your cat seems uncomfortable, seeking veterinary advice is the best course of action to ensure their well-being. Number 4. A cat's spot can indicate parasites. Parasite infections are unfortunately a common issue for cats, and knowing how to recognize the signs can help ensure your feline stays healthy. One of the most noticeable indicators of parasites in cats involves their rear end. Worms, such as roundworms, hookworms, and tapeworms, are the most frequent culprits. These parasites can enter a cat's body through various means, but the most common method is by eating infected prey, such as rodents. When a cat catches and consumes a rodent or other small animal that carries parasites, the worms can make their way into the cat's digestive system and ultimately affect their health. Unlike the beneficial bacteria we discussed earlier, which help a cat produce pheromones, parasites do not benefit the host. In fact, parasites rob cats of essential nutrients and weaken their immune system, making them more susceptible to other illnesses. Because parasites primarily target the gastrointestinal system, their presence often leads to noticeable changes in a cat's stool and behavior. This is where your cat's rear end becomes a key indicator. If you suspect that your cat has parasites, the first place to look is their anus and feces. Cats with parasites often experience gastrointestinal distress, which may manifest as diarrhea, bloody stool, or stool that is unusually mucousy. In some cases, you might even be able to spot the worms themselves, either in the feces or around your cat's anus. Tapeworms, for example, often look like small, rice-like segments that can be seen around your cat's rear. If you see anything unusual like this, it's essential to act quickly. If your cat is exhibiting any of these symptoms or you notice worms around their anus, it's crucial to take them to the veterinarian as soon as possible. The vet will likely perform a stool test to confirm the presence of parasites and then recommend a deworming treatment to eliminate the infection. Deworming treatments are typically very effective, but it's important to follow through with the full course of treatment to ensure all parasites are eradicated. Preventing parasitic infections in cats involves a few key steps. First, keeping your cat indoors can significantly reduce their chances of catching parasites from rodents or other animals. If your cat does go outside, using flea and tick preventatives can help limit the risk. Regular veterinary checkups are also essential to catch any potential parasite problems early and maintain your cat's overall health. In short, a cat's rear end is often the first place where signs of parasitic infections will become noticeable. Keeping an eye on your cat's bathroom habits and being aware of any unusual symptoms can help you catch a problem early. By seeking prompt veterinary care and following your vet's advice, you can ensure that your cat stays parasite-free and healthy. Number 3. You can learn about your cat's health through their butt. Believe it or not, your cat's rear end can be a telltale sign of their overall health. Since a cat's butt is such a sensitive area of their body, any signs of discomfort or distress in this region can alert you to underlying health issues. One common and often overlooked issue that affects many cats is blocked anal glands. These glands are responsible for secreting pheromones that serve as a cat's unique scent marker. They are located near the anus and usually empty when a cat defecates. However, sometimes they can become impacted or blocked, preventing the normal release of these fluids. When a cat's anal glands are blocked, they can become inflamed and even infected. This causes discomfort, and your cat may try to alleviate this pain in several ways, such as excessively scooting their bottom on the floor or licking and grooming the area excessively. If your cat seems to be uncomfortable sitting, showing signs of pain when going to the bathroom, or seems restless, a blocked anal gland could be the culprit. In some cases, the blockage can lead to further complications, such as infection, abscesses, or even ruptures in severe cases. But blocked anal glands aren't the only health issue that can manifest around your cat's rear. Several other conditions related to your cats but can indicate potential health problems. For example, digestive issues such as constipation or diarrhea often show up with noticeable changes in their bathroom habits. If your cat has trouble passing stool or is producing very soft, watery stools, it could point to gastrointestinal distress. Similarly, any signs of blood in the stool or an unusually foul odor could indicate an infection or illness. Injuries to the butt area can also cause your cat to behave differently. If your cat has been in a fight, had a fall, or experienced any trauma, you might notice that they are extra sensitive in the anal area. They might avoid sitting down altogether or show other signs of discomfort when you try to touch their rear. This could be an indication that they are experiencing pain from an injury or a scratch that may require attention. If you notice your cat showing any of these signs of discomfort, whether it's scooting, licking their rear more than usual, sitting uncomfortably, or having changes in their bathroom habits, it's essential to seek veterinary care. Your veterinarian will be able to assess the situation and determine whether it's a blocked anal gland, an injury, or another issue. In the case of blocked glands, they may need to be manually expressed or, in some cases, surgically treated. For digestive issues or infections, your vet will be able to suggest the appropriate treatment or diet changes. Whether it's a simple blockage, a more complex infection, or an injury, your cat's rear end can offer valuable insight into their overall well-being. By paying close attention to changes in their behavior and any signs of discomfort, you can help ensure that your cat stays healthy and happy. If you ever have concerns, don't hesitate to take them to the vet to get a thorough checkup and address any issues early on. Number 2, there is a reason your cat sticks there, but in your face. If you're a cat owner, chances are you've had a moment where your beloved feline has greeted you by placing there, but in your face. At first glance, this behavior can seem utterly perplexing, and you might wonder what on earth they could be thinking. Is it a sign of disrespect? Or are they just being a little too forward? Well, the truth is, there's actually a valid reason behind this seemingly odd gesture. In the world of cats, the butt plays a crucial role in communication, and your cat's behavior is simply a reflection of their instincts and natural tendencies. To put it simply, your cat is saying hello. Yes, you heard that right. When your cat sticks their butt in your face, they are actually offering you a friendly greeting. This is because, in the feline world, butt sniffing is a standard form of communication. In fact, cats use this behavior as a way to exchange important information about each other, such as their identity, emotional state, and even their health. So, when your cat presents their rear end to you, they're essentially giving you a cat-to-cat greeting, showing trust and friendliness. This behavior can be traced back to how cats interact with each other in the wild or among familiar groups. When one cat approaches another, they often greet each other by sniffing each other's behinds. It's a way for them to quickly exchange a wealth of information, including whether they are safe or not. Since your cat likely sees you as a member of their social group, they may treat you with the same behavior. In their eyes, you're just another big cat, and this gesture is their way of saying, "Hey, I'm comfortable around you and trust you." There's also a chance that your cat is seeking attention. If your cat sticks their butt in your face, they might be inviting you to pet them or give them a scratch in a spot that's hard to reach. It's their way of asking for affection in the most direct way possible. So while the gesture may seem unusual or even comical to us humans. For cats, it's an entirely natural and affectionate behavior. At the end of the day, when your cat presents their rear end to you, think of it as a compliment. It's a clear sign of trust, affection, and friendship. So, despite how awkward it may feel in the moment, just know that your cat considers you a friend and is treating you to a special kind of feline greeting. Take it as a sign that they're comfortable around you and eager for your attention. After all, it's not every day that a cat gives you such a flattering gesture. Number 1. Newborn kittens need their butts stimulated. When it comes to the delicate world of newborn kittens, there's one surprising fact that many people aren't aware of. Newborn kittens cannot pee or poop on their own. This might seem a little odd at first, given that the act of defecation is so naturally associated with the function of the butt, but kittens are born in a vulnerable state and need a lot of help in their early days. For the first 3 to 4 weeks, these tiny bundles of fur are completely dependent on their mother to take care of their most basic bodily functions, including bathroom duties. How does the mother cat help? It's a behavior that might seem a bit strange, but is all part of nature's design. The mother cat will use her tongue to gently stimulate the kitten's genital and anal areas, encouraging them to urinate or defecate. This action helps activate the reflexes required for the kitten to eliminate waste, which is a crucial part of their early development. In fact, mother's love extends to these tiny, intimate moments, as she ensures her baby's needs are met in the safest and most natural way possible. It's one of the many selfless acts of care that makes the bond between mother cat and kitten so strong. But what happens if a kitten becomes orphaned? The situation might sound overwhelming, but don't worry. Humans can step in to help. If you find yourself caring for an orphaned kitten, you'll need to take over where the mother left off, ensuring that the kitten can still pee and poop as it grows. Fortunately, no tongues are involved here. Instead, as a caregiver, you will need to gently use a soft tissue or a cotton ball to rub the kitten's genital area or anal area in a circular motion, just like the mother would do with her tongue. The goal is to stimulate the right reflexes and encourage the kitten to urinate or defecate. This process needs to be done after every feeding to help keep the kitten's digestive system functioning properly and to ensure they stay comfortable and healthy during this critical time. So, while the idea of stimulating a kitten's butt might seem like an unusual task, it's actually a necessary step in their development. As strange as it may seem, the instinctive bathroom duties that a mother cat performs are an essential part of raising healthy, happy kittens. And now that you know, you'll certainly have a greater appreciation for the importance of the tiniest, most vulnerable parts of a kitten's body. The more you know, right? Thanks for watching. Your cat's butt might be a mystery, but now you know it's packed with more secrets than you'd expect. If this gave you a laugh and taught you something new, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves their cat a little too much. Got a weird cat fact or story? Drop it in the comments. We're all ears. See you in the next one.